Hi, everyone. Congratulations on your acceptance to UC Davis, and thank you so much for taking the time to attend this webinar today. Before we get started, I do want to go over a few functionality about Zoom. The first thing you should know is that as attendees, your video is off and you are muted. So please use the Q&A function to ask questions. This will help us keep a record of questions being asked. There are some advising staff working behind the scenes to answer your question. Just so you know, attendees may see your question and answer. So if you feel more comfortable, please ask your question. You're more than welcome to ask your question anonymously. We will not be using the raise your hand function, and we prefer you not to use the chat function to ask your question. As presenters, we may use the chat function to send out any websites or group messages to the whole attendees. Go ahead, Charlotte. All right, so the focus of today's webinar is to help you get acclimated to the college and your major. We'll be also sharing information on your first quarter scheduling and how to get ready for your one-on-one advising appointment with your major. We will leave most of our time today to go over any Q&A, so don't worry. If your question isn't being answered today, you will have the opportunity to go over that during your one-on-one advising time. And we will also be posting this webinar online in the next day or two. So just to make sure everyone know how to use the Q&A, can you please share with us where you're currently watching this webinar from using the Q&A function? All right, we have people in Sacramento, San Diego, the Bay Area, Vallejo. So we have SoCal, NorCal area. And then where else do we see? Some in Sacramento and Oakland, San Jose, the Bay Area. Great. We also have some from out of state. So welcome. Hopefully the time difference is not so much of a time zone. Great. Thank you for sharing. Before we start this webinar, we do want to take a moment to introduce ourselves. My name is Hong Dao. I'm one of the academic advisor in the undergraduate academic programs Dean's Office. I've been in the Dean's Office for 4 years now. I am also an alumni at UC Davis and received my undergrad degree in clinical nutrition. The Dean's Office support all College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences students. So we hope that if you have any questions, feel free to come into our office and ask us that question. Some fun facts about me is I am a first generation college student. I enjoy working out and spending time with my family, and I have been cooking a lot more during this quarantine time.
Hi everyone, I'm Charlotte Cheney and I'm the academic advisor for the Sustainable Environmental Design and Landscape Architecture majors. And usually my office is in Hunt Hall, where our program is located, so it's easy for students to drop by and see me or to ask questions or just to say hi. But due to the current health orders, I'm currently working from my home in Davis and advising all of my students over Zoom and by phone. So this is likely where I will be having our first advising meeting is over like this. And so as you can see from my picture, I'm really looking forward to the start of baseball season, whatever form that is.
Welcome everybody to Human Ecology. I am Jana Crezo. I am academic advisor for human development and community and regional development. As an academic advisor, I am the one who advises on the course that you take and make sure that all classes scheduled If you are a freshman, I will make sure that you have all classes for your study plan for 1 year, but if you are a transfer, I will make the graduation plan for you. I would like to say that this is my 5th year at UC Davis, but before that, I was working for 5 years at graduate school of Salford. In higher education, I'm since 2002, so I'm a long time in higher education. In my free time, as you can see from this photo, I am a photographer. I am taking pictures of people for little portraits and animals, and with saying animals, I would like to say the most fun thing about me, I have a wolf at home. That's He's a Iberian husky and mixed with wolf. But before that, I also had a wolf. So it was Betty, who was the Belgian Shepherd mixed with wolf. So if you remember me, I'm doing grants with the wolves. Thank you for attending this workshop.
Hi, I'm Galina. I'm advising to human development and community and regional development majors for about 14 years in the same department. Don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. As many of my students, I love to give back to community and do a lot of volunteer hours, participating in different community building events and fundraisers. I love music and theater. I sing in the community choir, and I'm involved as a volunteer at the local theater, Woodland Opera House, for many years. I love animals and plants and gardening. I have 2 cats, and I love to sit with my kitties in a comfy armchair after a long day resting or meditating. The fun fact about me, I have a lot of plants in my office, and I love crystals. You can come by my office to talk about the major and your classes and also see my collection. It is really fun. Hope to see you.
Hi everyone, my name is Pa. I'm the undergraduate advising assistant for human and community development majors. I will be in the background interacting with you in the chat function, sending out links, and directing the Q&A section. A fun fact, I am UCD alumni. I studied linguistics and psychology. In my spare time, I enjoy exploring languages, although recently it hasn't been that successful, but still enjoy learning about languages and learning foreign languages. Nice to meet you.
Great, now that you have met our faces, we will go off camera for now so you can focus on the content of the presentation, and we will come back on camera for the live Q&A. So we're just gonna get started. As a student in the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, you have a wide network of support, which includes your major advisor, UAP Dean's Office, faculty advisor, and peer advisor. Your major advisor can help you with major specific questions. They can go over major requirements and also help you create an academic plan or a graduation plan so you know what to take each quarter. They can also let you know what research and internship opportunity that are available in the major. So please ask them when you meet with them on those opportunities. They may also be able to connect you with different faculty advisor within the major based off of your interests, so you could continue to explore your academic goals and post-graduation goals as well. The UAP Dean's Office, we're here to support you to explore your major. In addition, we could also answer any questions that you have about the college, university, and general education requirements. We could also answer any general questions that you may have as well. Our office is the first point of contact if you do not know where to go. And if our office is not the appropriate office to answer your question, then we will refer you to the appropriate office. Although you'll see that the major advisor and the dean's office, we specialize in certain area. However, both offices can connect you to different, can connect you with campus resources and introduce you to co-curricular opportunities so you could get involved in the college and in the major. So those are two resources in the Dean's Office, the Major Advisor and the Dean's Office. In addition, we also have the Faculty Advisor. During your time here at UC Davis, you may want to work with Faculty Advisor in the major because they can help you tailor your major to your interests. In addition, as you build rapport with your faculty advisor or your professor on campus, it's important because they can definitely provide you with future letter recommendation in case for you all, for those who are interested in grad school or medical school, or even for job reference, they could be a great resource for that. In addition, professors and faculty advisor also host office hours if you need additional support in the class. So if you're having difficulty in the class, your faculty advisor should be the first person you should contact for support, and they can let you know what additional recommendation they can provide for you so you could do well in your class. The last resource I want to go over is the peer advisor. Peer advisor are current UC Davis students. They could definitely provide you with perspective on class recommendation and professors to take. So with these 4 resources, the major advisor, Dean's Office, faculty advisor, and peer advisor, we're all here to help you navigate your academic journey. So don't be afraid to ask for help as you begin your educational journey at UC Davis, and you know how we can support you with your academic plan, but also with your post-graduation plan. Now we're gonna move on to the major Pacific information. Charlotte is gonna start with us with the landscape architecture and sustainable environmental design. And then Jana is gonna go over the community and regional development. And then Galina is gonna share with you more information about human development.
Hi, everyone. This is Charlotte again. I'm the academic advisor for landscape architecture and sustainable environmental design majors. So I'll talk about landscape architecture first. The complex relationship between humans and our environments require us to choose when and how to modify or conserve the land areas we use. So designated open spaces, parks, and modern neighborhoods are all products of the landscape architecture. We strive to prepare students to be future leaders in landscape architecture. Our program offers students a well-rounded education while at the same time providing skills and technical expertise necessary for a professional career. The curriculum includes breadth in humanities, social sciences, and environmental sciences to help students understand the complex relationships between human cultures, the built environment, and natural systems. Our design philosophy present through our coursework is to increase the quality of life through the development and preservation of landscape design and planning processes that are meaningful, relevant, and sustainable. The program is fully accredited by the American Society of Landscape Architects, which is the only organization sanctioned to grant such accreditations in the United States. Graduates are well prepared for both careers and postgraduate study. Landscape architect majors have entered careers in private landscape architectural firms and with public agencies and corporations. They've also entered graduate programs in a wide range of environmental and design related fields. Next slide. So sustainable environmental design students gain a background in urban and environmental design, sustainable development theory and practice, local government planning, community dynamics and organizations, green building, and selection and presentation of sustainable strategies. They also develop knowledge in their own areas of interest through their choice of restricted elective courses. Pre-approved SED upper division restricted electives are grouped into 4 categories: society, culture, and sustainability, ecological systems and restoration, design and building, and government and planning. Sustainable environmental design graduates are well positioned for jobs in government, community organizations, education, and the private sector. Those wishing to pursue graduate education often seek advanced degrees in city and regional planning, landscape architecture, public policy, public administration, real estate, and other related fields. Next slide. So your next step, so after completing AGI 101, you'll be directed to the new student orientation page on our program's website, where you'll be able to read information that may answer many of your questions, such as sample fall academic plans, how long it will take to graduate, and more. Then you schedule an appointment to see me. I'm setting aside the month of July to see all new students so that you'll be ready when it's time to register for fall classes in August. Email me if you have any difficulty finding a time that works for you. If you have issues such as living in a different time zone, or you're working full-time and need to meet with me outside the available scheduled times, let me know right away and I will try to work something out to meet with you during an available time. I'm really looking forward to meeting with you and getting to know all of you.
Hello, this is Jana again, your academic advisor for community and regional development. Welcome to community and regional development. I'll tell you what is CRD major. So this is an interdisciplinary study, Bachelor of Science, that emphasizes integration of theories and practice, and stresses self-development and critical thinking. If your interests include working with people in their communities and regions, this is the right major for you. Graduates work with people to solve problems while creating new political, social, and economic opportunities for their communities. I just heard the message from home that my voice is not clear. Medical problems. Can you take over the or I can start over. Let me just continue. And then let me know, can you hear me? As I said, community and regional development applies social science to problems that communities and regions face in the contemporary society. Our students and graduates are empowered to drive changes in organization, community, and society. So Lily is telling me, is telling me that you cannot hear me well. I will just try to go and make it shorter because Galina cannot take over. So I will just say in conclusion, what is CRD exploring? It's a cultural and political ecology, ethnicity, international development, migration, residential migration of young adults, political economy of sustainable agriculture, environmental justice, rural development, social movements, evolution of high-tech technology industries, gender and society relationship, relocation of services in developing nations. This program focuses on two different areas: the role of culture and ethnicity in shaping community life, and second, CRD program applies scholarly theoretical knowledge to solve social problems and improve quality of life. I understand that it is not possible to hear what I'm saying. Maybe we can move to human development. Next slide.
All right, now it's my turn and I will give you a short introduction to HDE major. Human development focuses on the different processes and factors that make people who they are and looks at different developments throughout the different lenses. You will learn how people change physically, mentally, and socially over time. biological, cognitive, and personality, social, cultural aspects of development are studied. Human development majors complete a group of preparatory courses in anthropology, general biology, genetics, history, philosophy, physiology, psychology, and statistics. Upper division students can design their programs in consultation with an advisor and a faculty member to emphasize a particular interest. For instance, students can study the cognitive, social, and biological aspects of human development while emphasizing child or adult development. You will even get to work with a specific age group when you take your practicum course as a junior or senior. In addition, I would like to introduce our HDE website. It has plenty of valuable resources to you, such as course planning tools, FAQs, information about advising office, research, announcement, and so on. Please take time to explore it. There is also a page dedicated specifically to our new incoming students, to you, where you will be viewing modules as a part of your orientation and can find a sample of 3-quarter study plan. So what can I do with human development major? The human development major is interdisciplinary major, opening a lot of different areas where you can work in once you have completed your studies at UC Davis. Please be aware that some of professions will require an additional degree at the graduate school or special program certificate. However, you can go into teaching kindergarten through 12th grade, be a school administrator or principals. Another area that you can go into is a counselor. It's very popular. Careers in public policy and public service fields are popular also, as well as administration, management, and social work. Child care. Yes, you can work at a child development center as director or teacher. You can work in a hospital settings as a child life specialist after you have the special certificate. Medical and health fields are very common professions for our major. These careers will require you to complete additional prerequisites and then apply to the professional school. However, we can enter those prerequisites to balance human development classes, which is a really good idea. There are so many opportunities you can explore with a human development major. Next slide.
So
what are our next steps?
We're going to go over the community regional development just because of the audio connection.
Okay.
So with the community and regional development, which is CRD, this is a very interdisciplinary study, and you also get a Bachelor of Science degree. So if you're interested in the CRD major, you could, and you're interested in working with people in their community and region, this is a great major for you. CRD grad work does include people who solve problems while creating new political, social, and economic opportunities for their communities. This major applies to a social science, to problems that community and regional faces in the complementary society. Our students and graduates are empowered to drive changes in organization, communities, and society. So what is CRD exploring? So you could definitely, as you explore this major, you could definitely look into the cultural and political ethnology, the ethnicity, international development migration, residential migration of young adults, political economy of sustainable agriculture, environmental justice, rural development, social movement, gender and society relationship, and the relocation of services to developing nation. The CRD program does focuses on 2 programs. The first one is the role of culture and ethnicity in shaping the community life. And also you can apply scholar and theoretical knowledge to solve social and problems and improve quality of life. So if you're interested in CRD and you enjoy working with the community and region, definitely take advantage of this opportunity and talk to Jana or Galina more about this major. So what can you do with a CRD major? CRD emphasizes the integration of theories and practice, and it is a wide number of areas for job opportunity. This includes social research, administration, and management. For example, you could definitely work in human resources, real estate manager, labor relation officer, community education, such as in the elementary school setting, development and planning, economics development. You can also find career in the healthcare as well, which include community healthcare educator, social work and advocacy. You can also work with law or even work with young youth. So other jobs can also include, high school counselor, working with high-risk youth, community organization, and also you can work with special needs and in the education field. The CRD major offer you a wide variety of different career paths to improve the community and regional, socially, physically, and economically. So if you're passionate about working in the field of social change, improving people quality of life on different level, then the CRD major may be the best fit for you. You could definitely check out the UC Davis major and also visit the internship and career center for different career opportunities.
All right, so I'm back. What is my next step for CRD and HDE majors? On our website, there are pages dedicated especially for our new incoming HDE and CRD students. On these pages, you will be viewing modules as part of your orientation. The module videos contain all the nitty-gritty details of the major, including advising resources, major requirements, when you can graduate, and potential career options. You will learn a lot watching those modules. After taking modules and completing quiz, you will receive passphrase, and then we'll contact advisor to discuss your 3-quarter study plan, which advisor will have ready for you in Oasis under Forms and Petitions tab. After you know the classes you will be taking, you need to wait your pass time in August and register for fall 2020, your first quarter at UC Davis. Please remember to be flexible with your schedule during your first quarter. We encourage you to take fun classes, GEs, and to make sure your transition goes smoothly. Jana, do you have anything else to add? And maybe we can hear you better this time?
Yeah, this is Jana again. I hope you can hear me better. I would like to say that I read your questions that you have sent us when you registered. And most of you asked the question, so what classes I'm taking in the fall? So, and then what I like to say, each of you will have half-an-hour appointment with us at our advising center. And as you can see from this slide, for the freshmen, these appointments, you can register on our appointment system since June 22nd, and transfer students can register from July 13th. So I will, in this office, will handle for every one new student, half-an-hour appointment, and we will answer all your questions so you will really know what to register for fall 20 before the registration time comes.
So it's really important for you to stay in touch with your academic advisor while at UC Davis, whether it's to check to make sure you're staying on track with the major or if there's a problem or difficulty that you might need help resolving. Students can make an appointment to meet with an advisor or drop in during scheduled drop-in hours. We are currently available to meet over Zoom or by phone due to COVID-19 restrictions. Also, if you have a specific question that can be quickly answered, you can also email your advisor with your questions or concerns, and we can respond that way. Peer advisors are available to talk with you to help you create academic plans or talk about course choices. And also they can talk to you about what it's like to be a student in the major. We look forward to meeting with all of you one-on-one at your appointments in late June and July.
Now that you have learned all about advising and how to get connected with your advisor, we encourage you to get involved with the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. There are so many ways to do this during your time at UC Davis, not just your first quarter. The UAP Dean's Office, we do offer a lot of fun opportunities for new students to engage with staff and also with your fellow peers. Our college offers 2 leadership programs, Aggie Ambassador and Manners, which stands for Multiculturalism and Agriculture, Natural Resources, and Related Science Organization. Aggie Ambassador program gives students the chance to participate in community service and outreach while promoting our college. Matter is also another program where students can promote diversity in the field of agriculture. So these are 2 great leadership opportunities that you could definitely take, that you could get involved and also get academic units for. Another program in the College of Ag only is the Career Discovery Group. This program is only offered for first-year students only. If you're interested in exploring different career, I would highly encourage you to sign up for a Career Discovery Group. You will have the opportunity to work with a campus mentor during your first year here at UC Davis. All of these great programs are ways for students to get involved with the college. And like I mentioned, Aggie Ambassador, Matters, and Career Discovery Group can definitely provide you with academic units. So definitely reach out to the Dean's Office for more information about how you could get academic units for that. Also, other fun opportunity that our college provide is study break and a slice of advising. We also have other fun events that we have in the fall that you may want to be on the lookout for email communication for. Our Coffee with the Dean, study break, slice of advising, and other service trips that could be available for you throughout the academic year. These events that is hosted by the Dean's Office, we do provide food. And also this is an opportunity for you to meet other peers and also get your question answered in an informal setting. That concludes our webinar presentation, and we will spend the rest of our time for Q&A. If you can stay for that portion, that's okay. You could definitely take a picture of the slide. So you could definitely reach out to the Dean's Office or Charlotte or Galina or Jana for any major questions that you may have throughout the summer or during your one-on-one advising appointment. So now we're gonna open up the any questions that you have through the Q&A. And if you have questions, feel free to ask us through the Q&A, and then we will do our best to kind of go over those questions for you. So the first question that someone asked is, what is the difference between psychology major and human development? Galina, do you want to answer that question?
Yeah, absolutely. So psychology major is more concentrated on the psychological aspects of development, when human development includes more social, we learn how body develops, we learn physiology, we learn communication, in addition to psychological aspects. But those majors are going like a parallel, very parallel, and it's very common to be a double major or to do minor. That's it.
All right, thank you, Galina. Another question someone asked is, some community college are not sending out paper transcript. How will we know if the class we took in the community college satisfied lower division requirement? So I believe that the admissions office is maybe accepting electronic transcript. So definitely, if you have any questions, feel free to send us an email through case advising. We could definitely confirm that for you. And then once we get your transcript, then we could confirm if those classes does satisfy your lower division for your particular major that you're declare as of right now.
Also, you know, we're starting to see, you know, information from the community college transferable courses for each student, and we should have your transcripts evaluated as far as major requirements, fulfilling major requirements before our advising meeting in July. So we'll have a clear picture of what you need to do for the fall quarter and onward.
Thanks, Charlotte. Another question someone asked is, are there any UC Davis affiliated and or outside scholarships that you may know of that cater towards student interest in major like ours? So for the major advisor, do you have any major, you know, specific tips for students who are pursuing scholarship within your major?
So we, you know, in landscape architecture and sustainable environmental design, we have like groups that are in the community, like garden groups, and through the American Society of Landscape Architects and the sort of urban planner associations that do offer scholarships. And I receive information on those and send those out by email to students as I receive them. But I believe that for incoming students, most of the scholarship opportunities are coming through financial aid. But I would keep an eye out on. Another thing, you can look around your own community, and places like the Rotary Club or Oddfellows or other associations will have scholarship opportunities, and that's another resource.
Yeah, I totally agree with Charla. Our scholarship office usually sends a lot of information to students about the scholarship opportunities. Just check your email and see all your different options and apply.
Yeah, and one of our staff will be posting the financial aid website links for more information about scholarships. So definitely take a look at that. Another person asked, if I do decide to switch major within the College of Ag and Human Ecology Department, how is the process like? When will I be able to switch, and how long does it usually take?
I can try to answer this question, but first, Hong, can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad it started to work. So you cannot change your major your very first quarter that you are in UC Davis. So we will have to have some grade from after your first quarter to know your status, your GPA, and then in your second quarter in UC Davis, you will be able to change the major. Now, there are different programs that require, they have different kind of prerequisites to change the major. For example, we have a lot of students trying to get into human development because it's very impact and very popular major in UC Davis. And then that's why we have a prerequisite to get into the major. So you don't need to worry about this if you are already in the major, right? But for everybody else who are trying to get into the major, they have prerequisite in the area of statistics, in the area of one class in the science and psychology and anthropology. So they will be able, after they finish these lower division classes, then change the major. But if you are, for example, want to switch your major from human development to psychology, because we have this question between psychology and human development, then you will need to go to the psychology advising department and talk to them and ask them, what are your prerequisites to change my major from human development to psychology, right? So this is really, every single major has a different prerequisite, and you will need to contact particular advising office to find out what is it that you need to fulfill in order to change the major. That will be. Galina, is anything you want to add?
Just all the information about major change to HDE is posted on our website, really clear, and we have a specific modules on how to change major to human development. For CRD major, there are no prerequisites. If you want to be CRD major, finish your first quarter and we can change it.
Yeah, so if, regardless of what major you want to do, if you want to switch major within the College of Ag or outside, it's very important that you meet with that intended major advisor, so you could kind of go over how to, what's the process, when you can officially declare, and they could go over course scheduling with you. All right, the next question that we have, what are restricted elective? How many units should be taken, and when are they usually taken and completed? Charlotte, you want to start with us?
So restricted electives are by design upper division courses that are related to your major studies. So there is a pre-approved list for sustainable environmental design majors on our website. And students can choose, according to their own interest, a course from that list. Or if they find something that they want to do, an internship or some research project or a course that we didn't know about yet, and you think it's relevant to your major, then you can just ask me if this will fit. If I can see clearly it's relevant, then I can, tell you right away. Or sometimes I would have to ask the chair of the department to approve that course to be added. So you take these when you finish all of your lower division requirements and are studying the upper division coursework for the major. So for SED students, that would be the second year of your studies. For landscape architecture students, it would be the second and third year of your studies.
So the same will be for human development and community development. Those are pretty similar requirements, restricted electives, and also classes for area of specializations for CRD.
All right. We have very popular questions about do a double major or minor, and the process with that. So I could definitely answer those questions about how the student go about double major or potentially with the minor. So I would encourage you, if you're interested in doing a double major or minor, that you meet with either both of that major advisor or that major or the minor to make sure that you have a plan that lists out all the coursework, and then make sure that you're able to complete those double major or the minor within our unit cap. Within a 225 unit cap. So that's something important to know. Another thing to also note is that in terms when you want to declare the double, it's important that the other major that you want to pursue a double, that you complete at least one upper division in that other double major, and also have a 2.0 GPA. Definitely make an appointment with both intended major advisor or the minor, and then come seek advising in the dean's office, just so we can provide you with additional advising on double major and minoring potentially. Do any of you all have any other input you wanted to put in for double major or minors?
I would have to say that it's very difficult to do a double major with landscape architecture. We have had students do it. Sometimes they do, a double major with design, but what it will do is add an additional year to your studies. SED students, however, because the low total units for the major, often will double major, if many students will do minors, even 2 minors. So we can talk about your interests in our advising meetings, and I can help you explore how that would fit in with your academic plan. So yes, please talk right away with your academic advisor, and they can guide you and then help you create a very careful academic plan that will help you incorporate the 2 majors together into one plan.
I would like to add for the human development. Human development, it is interdisciplinary major, and you really can create your major choosing a lot of different restricted electives and have different path where you can go from this major. But because it's only 105 units in the upper division this major has, we have often situation that students have psychology and human development double major, or we have a human development major and psychology minor. So this is very often a case for the human development, that we have even not only 1 minor, is just even 2 minors, because you do have a time and space before this limit cap of 225 units to really emphasize your major. For example, if you want to go to teaching careers from the human development, you can take EDU minor. A lot of students will also do linguistic minor, just in addition to this. So we do encourage them, if they want to take 2 minors, it's okay with human development because it's a small major. Similar is with community and regional development. We have often situation that students are taking community regional development and sociology, or anthropology or community or regional development. You need to fulfill requirements, of course, in order to come to the double major, and you will always need to schedule appointment with the advisor of intended major, which you are planning to add. That will be in addition.
All right, thank you. The next question we have is, how do we complete Aggie 101? Galina, do you want to answer that question?
Go to College of Agricultural and Environmental Science website and click on the link.
Can someone post that on the chat function so students know where to access the Aggie 101? All right. How do we know which placement exam we need to take as a transfer student?
Well, if that is a student who think they would potentially could go with the pre-health field, I would suggest everyone to take those placement tests, because maybe you want to do it. Otherwise, for the human development and CRD, we do not require math or chemistry or anything. So it will be mostly your choice.
All right.
So landscape architecture and sustainable environmental design doesn't require chemistry per se. I mean, it does require physical science. So if you want to do chemistry, then there obviously would be a placement test. But there, you can satisfy that requirement by taking a class in physics or geology or soil science, which doesn't have, those courses don't have placement tests. The only other placement test that's really important that you do before registration is your English placement, your English writing placement test. And that there's an online process that you'll probably learn about in Aggie 101 on how to sign up and complete that, because that will place you, tell us where you're placed in your English writing classes. But as far as math, if you want to take calculus, if you're landscape architecture and want to take calculus, then you might have to take a placement test for that. But other than that, the English one is the one that's really, really important.
All right, thank you. Let me see. What is the difference between APWE and writing placement? Does taking one over the other would affect me, landscape major?
Hong, I think you should answer this.
So for the, I know with the AWPE, usually you will take this in May when you were in high school, but due to the coronavirus, this AWPE exam was canceled. If somebody could put in a chat more information about the writing placement exam that that the entry-level writing department is launching for this academic year for students, that will be great in the chat function. But you do have the opportunity to take the APWE exam in June, I believe. Neither pathway could definitely help you. Basically, if you have not satisfied entry-level writing, the AWPE or the writing placement can definitely satisfy the entry-level writing requirement or place you in the right writing class if you didn't meet entry-level writing. So it can set you up for success. So you will eventually have to take the appropriate writing class to eventually satisfy entry-level writing. So make sure you take the writing placement exam. It is free, whereas the AWPE, you do have to pay a fee for that.
If you wouldn't mind, I want to answer the question. So when scheduling and advising appointment for incoming freshmen, should we schedule appointment with our admitted major advisor or our major advisor we are planning to switch into? In this case, I would definitely recommend to take appointments with both advisors. In the past, we have experienced students who are coming to our majors and they are saying, no, I want to switch to different major, and they start working with different major, but for some reason they change their mind and want to come back. So I just would like you to make appointment with both advisors, see your options, and make the best decision for you at this point, because as freshmen, you have the whole 4 years and a lot of options to choose your major, to take different classes and try different things, still completing general education requirements.
So I do see a lot of questions about writing placement exam for transfer student. If you have taken the writing, if you have taken a college English composition course at your community college, generally that college English composition at the community college will satisfy your entry-level writing requirement, and you don't have to take the writing placement exam. Definitely, you could definitely check in with your major advisor, or you could also send us an email if you want confirmation, but generally transfer students do not have to take the writing placement exam because the college composition course that you took during your years at the community college will satisfy that requirement. All right, so then let me see. We only have 2 more minutes, so I'm going to look to see what other questions that I want to answer that will benefit for the rest of the attendees. If we were unable to answer a question, definitely jot down the question and definitely check in with your major advisor when you have your one-on-one advising appointment with them. If not, you're more than welcome to email our general case advising email, and we could definitely answer any, writing placement or any other placement exam questions that you may have.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I wanted to add one more thing. Even though we have the appointments with you scheduled already, if you have quick question, you have our phone numbers. Give us a call. We will be happy to answer. All advisors will be happy to answer your quick question before your appointment, but discuss your study plan and transfer work and everything. That's what we are going to do during your appointments in July, because you still have a lot of time. In July, we will meet with you, and the registration will be in August. You have plenty of time.
So I also saw questions on how to contact our peer advisors. So my peer advisor is on my website, the new orientation page. We've included her contact information. I also have a number of students who have volunteered to meet with incoming students over the phone or over Zoom even, and be able to talk with you about their experience in being a student in the major. So just email me and let me know that you're interested, and then I can kind of parse them out to this list of students, of volunteer students that I have that are ready to talk to you.
All right. Thank you.
Our peer advisors are available also. We have peer advisors, human development and CRD working with us in summer. The information is on our website, and there is a mail how you can contact them. They have appointments with students with Zoom, so you definitely can connect and chat with them.
All right. Another question we have is, when will we be able to apply for Aggie Ambassador Matters and Career Discovery Group? So hopefully we have the CRN number, which are numbers for you to add during when you register. Hopefully by the time you register in August, that information will be sent to you. If you don't receive that by the time you register, just email case advising and we could definitely provide you with that information. Hopefully you will get that information, or your major advisor will provide you that information once we have those information ready. All right, and then the last question that we have is, so when scheduling an advising appointment for incoming freshmen, should we schedule an appointment with our admitted major advisor or our major advisor we are planning to switch into? So you can definitely make an appointment with the intended major that you're planning to switch into, but for your one-on-one advising appointment, since you are, just say for example, if you're human development, but you want to switch out to another major, I recommend that you keep your appointment with your current major advisor. They could definitely go over, you know, why you wanted to switch out and help you with your next plan in terms of switching out. Then eventually, you will need to make an appointment with that new major advisor, just so your fall quarter classes can reflect that new intended major. But in terms of that one-on-one advising appointment, your major advisor are putting out available appointments to also meet with you. But if you're thinking about switching out of that major, then you should definitely reach out to that attendant major advisor. But definitely keep the advising appointment with your current major advisor so they can go over some of like other, you know, course registration pieces for you. All right, I think we're time. I just want to be mindful with everyone's time today. If you have any additional question, feel free to contact the Dean's office, or any question for Charla, Galina, or Jana for any major Pacific questions. And like as I mentioned earlier, this webinar will be posted on our website in the next day or two. So you could rewatch this webinar at a later time. So thank you for attending this webinar, and I hope that you finish the Aggie one-on-one before your advising appointment with your major advisor. And take care. Thank you.